get to you here. There's concern that this is really the real Donald Trump. Like Donald Trump had proved himself in a tweet over the weekend to the whole world that, he's really just a racist guy, and this is their opportunity to pile on him. How do you see it?
I see this president as so brutally treated since his legitimate election by the American people. No other president has been so consistently delegitimized on a false basis. I've just returned from the Middle East, surrounded in two nations by Muslims who do not see President Trump as a racist, but see them as his champion. And a third group of Muslims in the Middle East who also see the same. What is happening here, Laura, is this is an obscene marriage, an unholy alliance of Islamism with the left, in which victimhood is prized above everything else. And you just heard one of the four say that as a Muslim, I'm not allowed to have a certain type of voice. If that's not oppression, I don't know what is, by people that have the privilege to be elected in Congress. So it's despicable. And let's not forget, Ilhan Omar has trivialized anti-Semitism. AOC has trivialized the Holocaust. Ilhan Omar is an unapologetic anti-Semite who also
Laura,
does harm to American citizens.
It's okay for the doctor to attack issues, but why did Trump basically attack her citizenship, her loyalty to the country, disagree on the issues? Okay, that's fine. Yeah. That's what makes this. Let me finish.
And by the way, I want to say
that's what makes this country great.
I want to make
why
sure that
attack citizenship?
Yeah, Ayan Presley was the one who said we only want basically brown people to. You have to think like a brown person. I'm paraphrasing, bigotry. But so it was Ayan Presley at the Netroots. I want to make sure I get all the squad members and attribute the right thing. All right, I want to play some of the media reaction today to this weekend tweet storm and a follow on to what happened today. Let's watch.
4 Democratic congresswomen of color have just spoken publicly as a group for the first time about the racist tweets aimed at them by the President of the United States.
President Trump is defending his racist tweets aimed at 4 Democratic congresswomen.
We're at a point where Trump is more racist than neo-Nazi.
This feels like the president really owning the idea that he's saying things that are attractive to white nationalists and racists.
Now, Horace, if a French immigrant came to the United States and was a legal, immigrant living here, American citizen now, and said some of the same things, he'd say go back to France and fix the yellow vest movement. I don't think that is accurate at all. But boy, they're just stating it as fact now.
Well, again, there is hatred here. People have to acknowledge what's going on here. Their criticisms aren't about improving America, aren't about making some moderate changes. They literally do not accept the America as it is. The president called them out because our president loves this country.
And Joe Biden is on Morning Joe tomorrow, guys. We got an early clip of what he said. He may be one of the few Democrats who see just how dangerous the AOC +3 mindset is to the electability of the Democrats in 2020. Let's watch.
AOC is brilliant, and the other 3 women we're talking about are really smart. But they are the exception rather than the rule. If you listen to the guys and women in your business, they say that's the majority of people who got elected. We need that kind of energy, but that's not the majority of Democrats who got elected last time.
So they're really smart, but Kanta, your thought on that? He's been around a long time, like Pelosi. They're wily.
I think that both Joe Biden and the president are saying the same thing. The majority of Americans are centrists. The majority of Americans do not want unmitigated illegal immigration. The majority of Americans do not want to be sold universal health care, which is portrayed as Medicare for all, which will be Medicaid for all, which does not provide legitimate benefits.
Hey, doctor, don't put Joe Biden and Trump in the same category. Trump was the only person who said, go back to your own country. Laura, am I the only minority here that thinks that comment was racist?
No,
you
I think it was offensive.
Error. Thank you, Laura.
I think it was offensive. That's true.
Do they acknowledge it?
I acknowledge it was offensive, but it's not the sum of the matter. I think we're at a stage, if I can just say...
She dismisses racism.
No, so if I'm at a stage, we're at a position in this country where we use the word racism to shut down any debate, and it has cheapened the term. So no, I think the president was expressing his frustration with these neophytes.
Oh, by being a racist? By being a racist?
Leo,
the comment is racist. Yes,
guys,
Laura.
I think the president would probably say that to anyone coming from anywhere. It doesn't matter where you come from. And you're right. As I said, 3 out of the 4 women were born here. OK, so that's the error. But I don't take from that error Trump's a racist, because he would say that whether you came from Sweden and trashed the country,
the UK ambassador,
whether you came from France, whether you, UK ambassador, thank you. He was just taking Paul Ryan to the woodshed last week. He hits everybody. That's his MO. That's his MO.
Laura,
so to take it as that he's a racist,
they're too precious for anyone to
Laura,
criticize.
He's made some comments about. He made a comment about third world countries. He made comments about an Indiana judge with Mexican heritage. This man has a pattern and practice of going after minorities.
Well, that's an easy.
The record speaks for itself, Laura.
And I think, Dr. Ahmed, that is where the Democrats think they found electoral gold. That enough people will be petrified of this president. That he's all these years he's been in the public light and entertainment industry. And now we found out that this is the man he really is. That's what they're banking on. And anyone who supports him or supports his policies is also going to be tarred as a racist. You saw that beginning to happen today. Dr. Ahmed.
I think that the Democrats are perhaps clutching for thin straws, because this president is going to be very difficult to defeat. Bear in mind, I did not even vote for him or the other candidate. But looking at the ferocious opposition, the delegitimization of this presidency, the calls for impeachment from day one, most average central-thinking Americans are going to reject that. He will be re-elected with a bigger majority in the next election. That's what's going to happen. Americans are very conservative and very moderate.
All right, panel. Thank you so much.
Laura, shocking to everybody. I didn't vote for Trump or Hillary. I'm in the same camp, but I got news for you. This is not going to be a repeat of 2016.
All right, panel. Thanks so much. Great to have you all on.